Assalamualaikum dear students. Hope all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. I am Naima Akhtar Tisha, Assistant Teacher Science, Morning Shift of National Ideal English Version School. Today I am going to take class 8 science class based on chapter 1. Let's start our class. Is our lecture number 2, and already we have I have given you one lecture based on chapter 1 reading. Let's start our class for today. This is your science book, and soon you will get your book. Our chapter name is Classification of Animal World. This is our first chapter, Classification of Animal World. Let's start. In your previous class, we have learned that, I already show you that the animal world is divided into 9 phylum. Today I will discuss about 8 phylum. Let's start. Phylum 1, Porifera. First question is habit and habitat. The member of the phylum Porifera is commonly known as sponge. This is very important. It is commonly known as sponge. Their distribution is worldwide. That means they are found all over the world. Most of the species are marine. This is also important. But some live in fresh water. Usually they live in colonies. That means many of them live together. From Porifera you come to know that this Porifera is commonly known as sponge, and they are mainly marine. The general characteristic of Porifera, here one spongilla, a picture of Porifera is given here, it is spongilla. Let's see the general characteristics. Smallest multicellular animal, body wall with numerous pore, body wall with numerous pore, and this is very important characteristic. Through this pore, food and oxygen enter into the body. Through this pore, oxygen and food enter into the body. No compact tissue, organ and organ system. That means there is no specific organ system. The example is Spongilla, Saifa, etc. Second phylum, Cnidaria, and previously known this Coelenterata. That means now it is known as Cnidaria. In previous time it was known as Coelenterata. Let's see the habit and habitat. Members of this phylum are present in almost all the region of the world. They are mostly marine. Porifera are also mostly marine, and Cnidaria are also mostly marine. Many species found in colonies, bees, rivers, lakes, then mountains, etc. They are diverse in shape, size and colors. Some species live alone and some live in group forming colonies. They attach themselves to floating logs, leaves or other substance or more freely. That means free swimming. General characteristic, body consists of 2 embryonic layer. That means their body is developed from 2 embryonic layer. Their body has 2 embryonic layer. The outer one is ectoderm, and inner one is endoderm. Outer one is ectoderm, inner one is endoderm. Body cavity known as coelenteron. This is very important, coelenteron. It helps in digestion and circulation. That means this body cavity helps in digestion and circulation. Ectoderm bears a special type of cells called cnidoblast. These cells help in locomotion, defense and capture of prey. These cnidoblasts basically help in defense system. and also in locomotion. That means here the specific characteristic is their body cavity known as coelenteron. Their ectoderm contains their body they contains two embryonic layer, one is ectoderm, another is endoderm. Then ectoderm consists nidoblast. Example is Hydra and Obelia. Now next phylum, phylum 3, it is Platyhelminthes. The lifestyle of member of this phylum is very colorful. Many species live on the organism as ectoparasite or endoparasite. That means they can be ecto means outside, they can be outside parasite or endoparasite. That means inside, they can live as inside parasite. Some free living species live in fresh and saline water. Some animals of this phylum live in wet and damp soil. The general characteristic: the body flat, bisexual, mostly parasite. This bisexual and parasite, these are the two important characteristics. Ectoparasite or endoparasite, here it is mentioned already. Body covered with thick cuticle, it is another important thing. Body covered with thick cuticle. Body bears sucker or hook, this is important, sucker or hook, as it is parasite, it needs sucker to take nutrients from the host. Flame cell present and acting as excretory organ. Flame cell, it is important, their excretory organ cell is known as flame cell. Digestive system incomplete or absent. Example, tapeworm and another thing. These two examples are very important. Now come to Nematoda, also known as Nemathelminthes. Habit and habitat. Many animals of this phylum are endoparasite. In case of Platyhelminthes, we find that they can be ecto or endo, both parasite, but in case of nematode, we find they can be endoparasite and live in intestine and blood. This parasitic animal living in human body and animals causes harm to them. On the other hand, many are free living, which they live in water and soil. Now general characteristic: body tubular and covered with thick cuticle. This characteristic also present in Platyhelminthes. Digestive system complete. Here you can find complete digestive system, but in Platyhelminthes you can't find any complete digestive system. Mouth and anus present. That means opening, two opening, mouth and anus. Respiratory and circulatory system absent. Generally unisexual. In case of Platyhelminthes, you find their characteristic, they are bisexual. Body cavity without lining and two column absent. Now example is roundworm and Filaria worm. Then phylum 5, Annelida. Annelida are found in almost all temperature and tropical region of the world. Many species live in damp soil, fresh water, and some live in deep sea water also. A few species dug their browse in stone and soil and live there. General characteristic: normally earthworm are under this group Annelida. Body tubular and segmented. This is important characteristic, tubular and segmented. Each segment contains seta that helps in locomotion. This is also important. Body is segmented. If you see the picture of earthworm, body is segmented and each segment contains seta. Nephridia present as excretory system. In case of Platyhelminthes, we get flame cell as secretory system, and in case of Annelida we find nephridia as excretory system. Earthworm and lynx are example of this. Then Arthropoda, it is the largest phylum among the animal world, and this is very important. We also take them as our food. Habit and habitats. Arthropoda is the largest phylum of the animal kingdom. It is very important. They are extremely diverse group and occur in all habitat around the globe. Different species are adapted for life on land in fresh, brackish and marine water. Many species can fly with the help of wings. Most commonly such insects are cockroach, and another is butterfly, and cockroach is found in our home also. Some species live as parasite in or on the bodies of the plants and animals. Let's see the general characteristic. Body segmented and with joint appendage. With joint appendage. In case of prawn, if we all take that, if we observe their body is segmented and with joint appendage. Head bear a pair of compound eye and antenna. In case of cockroach, we find two antenna. Soft body covered with hard cutaneous exoskeleton. Body cavity filled with blood and is known as hemocoel. This is very important. Body cavity filled with blood and known as hemocoel. This hemocoel is important. Their blood is known as hemocoel. And they contains compound eye also. This antenna and compound eye are important. Butterfly, prawn, then cockroach, crab, etc. under this phylum. Then mollusca, most common type of mollusca is snail. The member of this phylum show diversity in their body from habit and habitat. Their life is in almost all. They live in almost all environment of the world. They are mostly marine and live in different zone of the sea. Some species live in hill and forest, while some live in fresh water. If we see snail, their body is covered with hard shell and they have food for their locomotion. Their soft body remain inside this hard shell. Soft body usually covered with a hard shell, and this shell is made of calcium carbonate. Mollusca, muscular food used for locomotion. This is another important characteristic. Gaseous exchange take place by lung or gill. This is also important. Up to the mollusca phylum, we don't find any lung or gill system for respiration. But here you can find that lung or gill. Snail, mussel, these are the example. Echinodermata, 8 number phylum. Echinodermata are all marine. Starfish under this group. They occur in all oceans of the world and at all depth. None of the member is found on land and in fresh water. Up to this Echinodermata, we have found some phylum member are marine, but not all the member of that phylum are marine. Some may be in fresh water or terrestrial, but here in case of Echinodermata, all are marine. They are mostly free living. General characteristic, here we can see that their body can be divided into 5 parts. Dorsal skin bears spine. It is very important. Body is divided into 5 parts. Okay, it is important. Equal part, 5 equal part. No distinct head, dorsal and ventral surface is in adult. That means you can't specify which one is dorsal face, which one is ventral face. Both are same. Their body contains spine and they can be divided into 5 parts. Equal part, 5 equal part. A unique water vascular system is present and locomotion is done by the tube feet. It is also very important. Tube feet. Starfish, sea cucumber are example of this group. this phylum. Dear students, so if you summarize today's total lesson, at first phylum 1 Porifera, they are known as sponge, and their specific characteristic, their body contains numerous pore, and through this pore they can circulate food and water throughout the body. Then Cnidaria, phylum Cnidaria, their body cavity is cotyledon and cnidoblast cell present. In case of Platyhelminthes, they are parasitic, ecto and endo both. Parasitic, bisexual, they contain flame cell for their excretory system as their excretory system. Then nematoda, they are all whether endoparasite or free living. They have complete digestive system present. They are unisexual and their mouth and anus part, that means two opening present. Then Annelida, their body is segmented and each segment contains seta for locomotion, and also their excretory system is nephridia present as excretory system. Then Arthropoda, the largest largest phylum among the animal world, they contain compound eye and antenna, and their body, their blood is known as hemocoel. Then Mollusca, their body is covered with a hard shell and muscular foot present for locomotion, and here you find gill or lung. Then Echinodermata, their body, all member of this group are totally marine. Their body is divided into 5 separate parts, and spin contains their body contains spin, and you can differentiate it as dorsal or ventral dorsally or ventrally. Now from here I will give you your SW, your first SW number 1. SW number 1, you have to do 5 knowledge based question, 5 knowledge based question from today's topic. That means from phylum 1 up to phylum 8, from Porifera up to Echinodermata. You have to do 5 knowledge based question from Porifera up to from phylum Porifera up to Echinodermata. Dear students, I hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home, stay at home and stay safe.